Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Friday, it's September 16th of 2022, and we've got a lot to talk about. Yesterday, September 15th, Princess announced their brand new ship in a whole new class of ships, the Sun Princess, so we're going to talk about that as well as a few other updates. First, so let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, if you caught my video last night, I did a super fast video just letting you know that I had received the press release, which came to me at about, somewhere between 6:30 and 7 p.m. Pacific time from Princess out to travel advisors, just letting everyone know about the Sun Princess and that it said that it was going to be available for booking starting at noon here in the United States today, Friday, September 16th. So I wanted to let you know about that so that you could be aware of it and jump on that. So we're going to talk about the ship and then a little bit about booking it because I don't think that's rolled out as smoothly as Princess expected. So first of all, the Sun Princess, which you might not be aware, is the third ship that Princess is naming the Sun Princess. I guess they're taking a page maybe out of Holland America's book with that. But anyway, so she is going to start sailing February 8th of 2024. And so if you want to get on one of those cruises, they say you can call and book. So let me tell you a little bit what stood out mostly to me about the ship. First of all, it's a brand new ship in a whole different way, different than anything that we have seen from Princess before. So right now, the Royal class ships like the Majestic Princess and the newest Discovery Princess, the capacity for passengers on those ships is 3,660. So on this brand new ship that Princess has, her capacity is going to be, 4,300 passengers. And they are taking kind of a page out of the book that we see so popular now on some of the other big cruise lines like Celebrity and Royal Caribbean, where you have different parts of the ship that are set apart for different clientele. So they are going to have like a whole signature selection of suites and cabins that are going to be available there. And let's see. So that signature collection, when you look at the pictures online of what those suites and balcony cabins are going to look like, it looks more like what I have seen in the videos that I've watched on Celebrity. The big windows, they're going to have some private cabanas. They're going to take a little bit of the sanctuary and set that aside as a private area for people who are in the signature collection cabins. They're going to have a restaurant for those people. The same with the club class mini suites that we're used to seeing. Those are now it's going to be called the Reserve Collection. They're going to have a reserve restaurant just for those people if they would like to eat there. And of course they can eat in any of the other restaurants they want. But they're going to have these set aside dining rooms for the people who book these kind of cabins. Now on the Sun Princess, it is the most suites that we have seen. There's going to be 50 suites and every balcony cabin on the ship is going to have a sofa in it. I think that's a really nice change because a lot of times if there's two of you in a cabin, just in a standard balcony, one of you can sit in the chair there that it's the desk and then the other one that you just sit on the bed. And so I think it will be nice to have a sofa to be able to sit on for everybody. Now, as far as restaurants go, there are going to be 29 restaurants on this ship and it's going to include some of our old favorites. Like I noticed that they're going to have an Alfredo's, things like that. So that's going to change, but they're also adding in an awful lot of new options. So that'll be kind of fun to see what those options are. Now also, another big change, they're going to have this big dome. They call it a geodesic dome. And it kind of is supposed to be an indoor-outdoor pool area, they say, with lots of lounging space. And it is supposed to be inspired by what the cliffs look like there in Santorini. So when you look at that, it is supposed to be a nice lounging area with the indoor-outdoor pool area it talks about in what I read. So that is supposed to be during the daytime. But then in the evening, it is supposed to become an area that is used more for entertainment. So that's going to be kind of fun. It said like aerial performers. It'll just be really interesting to see everything that comes there. Now, also the piazza is going to be a little bit different. If you look at princess.com and see what they've got new and the photos that they've got up, it's supposed to have like an LED screen. It's supposed to be even bigger with more ocean views, they say. And so that's going to be really interesting to see. The piazza on Princess is one of the things that I really love about Princess. I really very much enjoy that you can go there and listen to music. You can get something to eat or a drink if you'd like. You can just relax there, read a book. Just it kind of, it's a really beautiful place to be. And so it sounds like they're changing it a little bit, but still keeping that same piazza concept. Now, the thing that struck me as I read all about the Sun Princess, and we'll talk more about her in the future, but the thing that really struck me is they are definitely moving towards the huge and mega ships. They are changing the experience so that you are on not only a bigger ship, but that you have sections of the ship that are segregated out based on which cabins you book. For example, that Signature Collection and the Reserve Collection. That is something that we've seen in other on other cruise lines. Now, a couple of things strike me about that is, first of all, with these huge ships, I think that the benefit of booking like in the Signature Collection or the Reserve Collection is simply because you have the option to have a restaurant and lounging areas that are dedicated to you, so that as we get these huge ships, which 4,300 people is a lot of people, and so I think that if you want to have like not long lines and you want a little bit more to be sure that you get somewhere to relax by, they don't have like a Reserve Collection pool and a Signature Collection pool. They don't have like enough pools to have everybody have their own pool, but I think that it will make it so that you're more guaranteed to get somewhere nice to lounge if you want. A lot of them come with their own cabanas. So I think that that's a great option. At the same time, I think that in the long run, I am really interested to try this ship out, and I'm sure we will. I don't know that we will get on the very first sailings. We'll just have to see. But I also really like a smaller ship experience. I like the Sapphire Princess that we'll be going to Antarctica on. I loved going there on the Coral Princess. All the different smaller ships that Princess still has, those give a cruise experience that you're not going to get on these big ships. And so I hope that as we move to those big ships, I hope that somewhere that we have enough cruise lines that continue to make the smaller ones. And you know, the interesting thing to me is it kind of depends on where you're going and what you're looking for on each cruise, like what kind of ship that you want. And so hopefully there will remain enough variety to meet all of our expectations and what we hope for when we go on a cruise. Now, the other thing that I wanted to let you know about this is a couple of things. So first of all, apparently yesterday, which I, as a travel advisor, didn't have heads up about this, and I don't think I missed any emails or things that I should have had, so let me know. But I have several elite clients that called me last night, and they had not, after I did my video, and they had not received an email about this, and they also had not been able to book when they called. So yesterday, apparently, if you were elite, you were able to book yesterday, and then today it's opening up to everyone else. So as I looked, Princess has their own, of course, as all the cruise lines do, a program that travel agents can use, and it links you right in right into their system. And on Polar Online is what it's called. And the Sun Princess sailings are not available on there. And right now it's about 9 o'clock Pacific time on Friday in the morning. And those are not available there yet. Now, a Let's Go family member did post that she was able to call yesterday and they were able to find the cruises, but she received the email after her usual Princess travel person had already ended for the day, and so she was going to wait and call back today. Now, another Let's Go family member who was in the UK called as soon as she got the email at night, called the next morning, and they couldn't find the cruises. And so the travel advisor, she doesn't have it's not the Princess Travel Planner. It's just the person that she got when she called in. They made up a price. For her to be able to go on a sailing. So I thought that was really very interesting. So would you please share below what your experiences are, and between us all, we will get this figured out. Now, let me tell you what the voyages are that she's going to be sailing right off. So her very first voyage, and I should add, she is going to do her inaugural season in the Mediterranean, and then she is going to move and be home ported there in Fort Lauderdale at Port Everglades. And so I think that that's going to have a lot to do with the supply and demand there in Port Everglades. I'm really hoping it helps keep prices down, because that's another big ship to be there. But on February 8th of 2024, she's going to sail from Barcelona and go to Majorca, to Sicily, Messina, to Messina there. So from Messina, you can go to Mount Etna and Taormina very easily. Messina is also wonderful on its own. I love Messina. Then we've got Athens there, Kusadasi for Ephesus, Santorini, Naples, and there you can hop off and see Capri and Pompeii, and then end in Rome. On February 18th of 2024, she's going to depart from Rome there in Civitavecchia, go to Sicily once again to Messina, Corfu, Santorini, Kusadasi once again for Ephesus, Athens, Naples, and then back to Rome. And then on February 28th, she's going to be sailing from Rome and do Naples, Santorini, Kusadasi, Athens, Sicily, at Messina once again. And I say that because there's more than one port there in Sicily, and then go to Majorca and end in Barcelona. And those are the only cruises that I have seen released so far. And so it'll be interesting to see. I think it's really interesting that they chose to do her inaugural season there in the Mediterranean, because historically February is really not the time to go to the Mediterranean. That is during the rainy season. It will be chillier. You are most likely not to have those beautiful sun-drenched days and starlit nights that we love to see in the Mediterranean. Of course, you never know what the weather's going to hold. But anyway, this is what they are doing. So I wanted to make you aware of that. If you're interested in any of that, and you've got a travel advisor, of course, call them and let them help you. If you would like help and you would like me to help you, I would be honored, tickled pink to help you. Just send me an email and we will connect right away and get you booked on one of these. So I am really excited about it. I get very excited about a new ship, whether it's Princess or someone else. Since Princess is so far my favorite cruise line, I think I get most excited about that. I am really anxious to see how everything is going. Now, the other updates I've got for you is the Enchanted Princess. I heard from Zanetta and Lori. They missed Boston due to weather. They really had to go slower and alter their course a little bit because of storms. And so they missed the port of Boston, which is too bad. I feel bad about that, but I'm glad they got to go on their cruise, and I hope it was wonderful anyway. If any of you have any other updates, would you please put them down below? I would love to hear your experience on trying to book the Sun Princess. I would love to hear if you've gotten booked on her. Gordon and I are going to take a look and see what there is and what works with our itinerary. On February 8th, we will just be traveling back from Antarctica, and so we probably won't be on that very first one unless anything else changes that I'm not aware of. And but you know what? I really appreciate you all. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Would love to have you in our Let's Go family. If you appreciate these updates, please give this video a thumbs up and keep your eye out through the day. If I receive more helpful information from those of you doing this, I'm going to put out another video today, or if we've got any other news. So just keep your eye out. I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.